Our cousins across the pond are very angry with us. According to a CNN report, the UK is no longer sharing intelligence with the United States about drug boats in the Caribbean because we keep killing drug-dealing terrorists before they can kill American citizens. Like many Democrats, the Brits have apparently decided it's unacceptable for America to prevent 100,000 fentanyl deaths unless they double-check that the drug dealers' passports are stamped with carrier of fentanyl. The criticism, in my view, is insane. A recent study found that the top issues for American voters were border security, terrorism, crime, and drug addiction. Bombing boats and eviscerating drug dealers hits every single one of those priorities. Let the Brits tisk over procedure or whatnot. I'll be thinking of those forgotten Americans succumbing to deaths of despair because their government didn't care enough to defend them from the scourge of fentanyl until now. Here with us is Democratic strategist and former advisor to Bill and Hillary Clinton, Richard Goodstein, and political commentator and senior fellow at Frontiers of Freedom, Scottie Nelle Hughes. Welcome to you both. Thank you both for joining me. Richard, what am I missing here?
So if you had someone from Venezuela or any other country cross the U.S. border lined with drugs in their coat, that's not a capital offense. You couldn't just authorize somebody to shoot and kill them on their own authorization. So let's just stipulate that what's being done has no legal basis. And the reason we know that there's no legal basis is the purported kind of excuse that the administration is using. There's an imminent threat. We're in armed conflict with cartels. There was that 2001 authorization to go to war in Iraq that they were using. And now they're saying, well, that we didn't really need an authorization at all. Look, and I think we can stipulate fentanyl is really not coming pretty much from Venezuela, according to press reports. And these boats, which are in these putt-putt motors, couldn't get to the U.S. without being refilled dozens of times if their life depended on it. So we used to use the Coast Guard and the Navy to basically take over little dinky ships like that, but somehow or other, we're macho, we're strong, we're going to show what we mean, so we blow them out of the water. Great, except when they've had to brief Congress, they haven't produced any evidence that these people are actually as bad as has been, said.
Scottie.
Well, here's the deal. We definitely have a drug problem here in America, and I have to applaud the president and this administration for trying, even if it might be something that has not been done before, some different standards to tell those drug lords, do not keep pouring through our borders and putting these drugs into American society. Now, how do they do that? How do they do this approach? I'm on the opposite of you. I think actions have consequences, and if they suspect that you are a drug boat and you've been able to prove that you're not, then guess what? If you get blown out, that's on you. But do we take this to a military escalation for a war? I am all for fighting a war if it's going to stop. As he pointed out, fentanyl is not the major drug that's coming out of Venezuela. It's cocaine. If we are going to be doing this to majorly take out the drugs, then let's do it. But let's do it for those reasons. Let's not do it for the other issues, whether it be regime change or for the oil that Venezuela is so famously known for.
As you said earlier, the American people are sick of being lied to. I think that's a really smart
We need trust. We've got to develop that trust, both with Republicans and Democrats, with our elected officials, and this is a good chance to do it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.